I think I might have created one of the worst weapons in Cold War Zombies. See, this weapon itself as a base is horrible, but I added some wacky attachments to it, and oh my god, this is bad. It's safe to say that speed, not existent. No speed, no, red bar. I'm guessing that means there's no speed, right? Yeah. And the weapon that I'm talking about is the M82 sniper rifle, which, as I mentioned, on itself is horrendous. But a few weeks ago, I put out a community post saying that I will be trying to do a series where I will be using the worst weapons, or just weapons with the worst possible attachments, or maybe even best, to give you like a little bit of a guide on weapons not to use in the specific attachments. I got a lot of suggestions, but I couldn't really finalize on some of them because some were good, and then some were good, and then some were good, and then a few were not good. You get it. Some were good, some weren't good. Yeah, that's just the whole point. So I decided to take a bit of inspiration from the comments and really spend a lot of time customizing this bad boy. Now, I'll leave the attachments down in the description, even though I will go over them in this video and just painfully try to talk about them and at least maybe give them a bit of a chance, even though what I've done to this weapon could have been done worse. But unfortunately, with the combination of some of the attachments, I wanted to at least get rid of something, and that was speed. So aiming downside is oh boy, and the accuracy on this is oh boy, the control of this is oh boy, and the damage, nah, it doo-doo, it poo-poo, it poo-poo. Editor Philly Z here, and here with a quick message from our sponsors, you guys. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, turn that red button that's just below the video gray. It's a button, right? I actually don't remember anymore. Also, be sure to turn that thumbs up thing blue. Can we hit like 50 likes? Yeah, baby. Anyway, that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video. I'll see you in the next one. So I'm using the Frozen Chosen variant of the M82 that we got over Christmas, which as itself, without like the attachments, obviously they give you ones, it's already slow. But I decided to customize it and pimp it out, or sorry, not pimp it out, the whatever not pimping it out is the other way around, you know, not making it better. I'm using the Iron Sight, which is the only sight that doesn't really add on much. Now I could have used the base without any like sights itself, it's just the one that comes with the gun, but I wanted to make it a slight bit look different, you know, not to have the generic scope, which is bad on its own. So I guess, you know, you could opt for that, but I wanted some kind of scope, and it's the only one that has the least amount of additions to the accuracy. Next is the muzzle. I use the wrapped suppressor. See, this thing does minus 20% on aiming downside time, minus 25% on bullet velocity, and it's just something else. It might have some pluses. It does have like plus 25 ideal sway control and plus 8 vertical recoil control, but it takes away from the firepower and the accuracy while it does add speed. But thankfully later we just, again, as I keep mentioning, just get rid of speed fully. Speed will not be existent by the end of these attachments. The next attachment I use is the 20.6 inch rapid fire, which is the only one that really doesn't add much and takes away that speed we literally just added back there. So bye bye speed, but it does add the 11% fire rate, and it does add on to the firepower, which is like the only one that really didn't add anything to accuracy. And as I was going for the theme of just getting rid of speed, I just decided to opt for that one. Now I did decide to use Tiger Team Spotlight just because it does get rid of most of the accuracy that I guess you did gain from the Iron Sight, which is really good, and it does increase the salvage drop rate, which really doesn't make any difference on the weapon itself apart from having, I guess, a better rarity of it if you really decide to use this in a game. The underbarrel, I use a bipod. See, the thing about this bad boy is it gets rid of speed. Gets rid of a lot of speed. It does add vertical recoil control and horizontal recoil control, but I didn't really care about that much. It was already bad enough that I had to use an iron scope and barely ever see any zombies as it is, so that didn't really affect it that much. I just wanted to, you know, take down as much as I could, and everything else was adding on to the speed, which I really just didn't want to do. And for the last attachment, I use the magazine, which is the Stanag 9 round. See, this once again, shoe speed. It takes away 15% of aim downside and 10% of reload quickness. It does add ammo, like actually a lot of ammunition, so I guess that's cool, I guess. It does take away one magazine as it is, but adds 4 more rounds to the mag itself, so apart from that, I guess it does take away some stuff from the ammo somehow. Honestly, attachments are very confusing to me. So now let's talk about the gameplay itself. Let's talk about how this weapon played in the game. And honestly, horrible. On round 1 itself, a sniper rifle that in real life could probably destroy a human being's just chest and blow it open if you're close enough, which I was most of the time really close to the zombies. It didn't do that. Like, it didn't even damage them. The only good time to get one insta kill, like let's say on round 1, was if you got a headshot. Now obviously other weapons do this, but I kind of can understand other weapons, you know, like an AR. Shotguns usually deal 1 shot if you're close enough, but you know, it all depends on the range. And this is a sniper rifle. Sniper rifles are really strong, especially this sniper rifle. It's a 50 cal. These bad boys are ridiculously heavy, and the punch they kick, oh my god, it could fly off if you got hit with this. I do realize this is zombies, you know, they do have their difficulty levels later up the rounds, but on round 1 they're usually extremely low on health, especially in Cold War. Obviously, as you keep going with the rounds, they get more and more health. I don't complain about the other rounds, I kind of understand that, but on round 1, come on, like seriously, this sniper rifle does not even 1 shot apart from headshot, and its aim isn't the worst. Obviously, I did kind of add on some accuracy, I guess, and I guess I added on a good bit of ammo actually looking at it now, but it's terrible either way. It sucked, and I think I downed like with it a few times trying to at least get a round 11 or something to get some gameplay for the video. It was just a terrible experience. Even after pack-a-punching, I guess I did get a larger amount of ammunition, and I did pump up its rarity. I think they're like green or maybe even blue, I don't remember anymore, to be honest with you. It was still terrible. It sucks, and this sniper rifle, obviously I do not recommend using these attachments. This is just kind of a test of a video, and I know that I could have probably done worse on these attachments. Some people will be saying, why did you use this? You added stuff on instead of taking away. Okay, I did a lot of tests, and I mean a lot. This video was supposed to come out like a week ago, but I was like, nope, I can make this worse, and actually I didn't. I couldn't make it worse because it was kind of better in some situations. Now I could have opted out to remove some of the vertical and horizontal control, because once you have none of that, the weapon just kind of flies around your screen and you start aiming up into the sky shooting at the freaking sun or something. But it's still a terrible gun. It sucks. It sucks. And if you want a good variant of this weapon and you want like a good attachment setup, I made a video on how to get this bad boy gold / plague diamond / dark ether, whatever you want to call it, and I have that in the description. Now there's one more thing that I wanted to try, and I wanted to try this setup in multiplayer. I don't even want to talk about I just don't want to talk about. Anyway guys, that's going to be for the video. This was very different. I tried something new, tried some other new content, because right now, for me, if anything, it's kind of dry out there, you know? Zombies, Firebase dropped. I play a lot of it, but I don't feel like there's any really good content to do for it. But season 2 is dropping next week, and yo boy, I'm gonna be freaking grinding the hell out of that. That sounded wrong, okay? Don't take that out of the freaking context, okay, please? I'm going to put out a lot of video. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Please don't take that out of context. Please. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.